Hello students, today we will be discussing about the DC motor problems. So last class we have already gone through the basic problems. Today we will go through the another type of problems in the DC motor part. So first question. A shunt generator delivers 100 kilowatt at 250 volt when running at 400 rpm. The armature resistance is 0.01 ohm and field resistance is 100 ohm. If the same machine is run as a shunt motor with an input of 100 kilowatt at 250 volt, calculate the speed of the machine as a motor. Contact drop per brush is 1 volt. So let us see what details are given first. So according to the question, it is a shunt generator and it delivers 100 kilowatt power. That means the power is 100 kilowatt, P equal to 100 kilowatt. Voltage is 250 volt and it runs at 400 rpm. That means N is equal to 400 rpm. Armature resistance is given Ra, which is 0.01 ohm. Field resistance is given, which is 100 ohm. Now they have said, suppose this machine with the same given details is run as a shunt motor instead of a generator with input of 100 kilowatt at 250 volt. What will be the speed of the machine when it is running as a motor? So let us see what happens here. So first we will solve this question as a generator. So I have drawn a circuit here of a shunt generator and I have also marked the details which are given in the problems. So according to that. Now load current is given I is equal to 100 kilowatt divided by 250. This is nothing but using P is equal to VI. Now I want to find out what is this current I. Now load is given, which is 100 kilowatt. Also voltage is given, which is also 250 volt. So using this I can easily find out the current here which is flowing through the load. So this is what I've done here in the first step. Next, after calculating this current which is flowing through the load, next let us find out what is this ISH. Shunt current. Now shunt current, how do we find out? Shunt current ISH is equal to V by RSH. You already know this. So V is given, which is 250 volts. RSH is given, which is 100 ohms. So you can easily find out shunt current. Next, IA. We have to find out the armature current. Now you already know IA is equal to I plus ISH. ISH you have calculated, I you have calculated. That means easily you can calculate IA. That is what we have done in the third step. Next, in the question they had given you the brush drop. So contact drop per brush was given. We have to calculate the total brush drop, which will be 2 into 1, which is equal to 2 volts. Next, let us calculate what is the generated voltage. So generated voltage is equal to Eg equal to V plus Ia Ra plus drop in the brush. So whenever they give you the contact drop in the brush in your question, please kindly consider this, otherwise you can directly neglect it. So considering this drop in the brush and also this V plus Ia Ra, substitute it, you will get the generated voltage. So suppose this machine was running as a motor at 400 rpm, then what happens? Instead of the generated voltage, we would have an back EMF, which was of same voltage 256 volt induced in the armature. So I can also take this back EMF as EB1 equal to 256 volts and this speed as 400 rpm. So let me take this like this. Next, let me solve this question as a motor. So they had told you, suppose that machine was running as a motor, then what would have been the speed? So you have to consider the same details which is given, but now you will have to calculate what is the speed here. So same steps we will be following, but now it is for a motor. So you can see a motor figure here. So input line current, now they had told you the power was, input power was 100 kilowatt and 250 volt. So I am going to calculate what is this input current. So I is equal to P by V. Next, shunt current. Shunt current was not given, so that we are going to calculate ISH is equal to V by RSH. Next, armature current was not given, so armature current if you have to calculate, now for this motor what happens, you can see here main current is I. At this node I is going to divide as shunt current and armature current, therefore I will be equal to ISH plus IA, which means IA will be equal to I minus ISH. Next, brush drop, so total will be 2 volts. Next, for the motor you will have to calculate what is the back EMF. So EB2 is equal to V minus IARA minus drop in the brushes. So using this detail we will be calculating what is the speed in the motor. Now you have already gone through the different derivations which was explained to you. According to that derivation you have got this formula. Now you already know in a shunt motor what happens. Since ISH is constant in both cases, flux will also be constant. Therefore, I need not consider the flux. I can simply consider N2 equal to EB2 by EB1. So substituting, N1 you have already found out previously, and N1 was actually given in your problem. N1 was actually given in your problem. N2 is the one which you have to find out now. EB2 which you already found out here at the top. EB1 you found out previously. So now using this relationship you can easily calculate N2. So this is how you have done the problem. Next, the second question. A 120 volt DC shunt motor has an armature resistance of 0.2 and a field resistance of 60 ohm. It runs at 1800 rpm when it takes a full load current of 40 amps. Find the speed of the motor when it is operating with half full load. So let us see what details are given. So they have said it is a shunt motor and a 120 volt DC shunt motor, that means V is equal to 120 volt. Armature resistance is 2 ohms RA. Field resistance RF is 60 ohm. So since it is shunt motor I can also take RF equal to RSH. So this RSH can also be written as RF. So don't get confused with this. Equal to 60 ohm. It runs at 1800 rpm. So N is equal to 1800 rpm when it takes a full load current. So that means speed for the full load is 1800 rpm. So I have written it as N full. So full load current is also 40 amps. So I full is equal to 40 amps. Find the speed of the motor when it is operating with half load. So you have to find out what is the speed for the half load. So let me specify it as N half so that we can be clear which is the speed for the full load and which is the speed for the half load. So what you have to do is, the details are given for a full load. You have to calculate the detail for a half load now. So first let us draw the circuit here. So circuit I have already given here. This is the circuit of a shunt motor. So according to this, now ISH is not given. This is not given. Main current I is given 40 amps for full load. IA is also not given. So we will have to calculate what is ISH, what is IA first. So ISH you already know, ISH is equal to V by RSH. So using that you can calculate what is ISH. Now I have to calculate what is the details for the full load, what is the detail for the half load. Now you already know this, when the load changes the current will also change, and when if I'm going to calculate it for a full load. Now armature current Ia is equal to I full minus ISH. Now I have already told you shunt current will not change with the load, so let it be ISH itself, but this main current changes according to the load, so we have mentioned it as I full. Also armature current will also change according to the load, so Ia for the full load will be equal to I full minus ISH. So this is how you are going to find out armature current. This is nothing but Ia is equal to I minus ISH. So let me not confuse you. So let me write the basic equations which you had derived. So according to that, Ia is equal to I minus ISH. Now you already know this main current is nothing for the full load, so I have written it as I full. ISH, you know, it will not change. Here I have mentioned it as Ia. Next, we have to calculate back EMF. So back EMF, what happens? EB is equal to V minus IARA. So according to that, substitute, get the back EMF for full load. Next, let us go to the half load. Now, when the load changes, that means current will also change. That means your main current I half will be different. So 40 by 2, that is the main current, divided by 2 will give you the current for half load. Next, main current changes, that means your armature current will also be affected. So I A half equal to I half minus ISH. Next, calculate the back EMF for half load. So this is how you are going to get this. Now we have got this expression, N full by N half equal to EB full by EB half. So in order not to get confused, let me write the basic equation. So you might have seen this, N1 by N2 equal to EB1 by EB2. So in the theory part, you might have already gone through these derivations. So using this expression, I am finding out the speed for the half load. So for N1, I have used the details for full load. For N2, I have used the details for the half load. Similarly for the back EMF. So using this expression, I'll substitute, get the speed for half load. Find the useful flux per pole of a 250 volt 6 pole shunt motor having a wave connected armature winding with 220 conductors. At normal working temperature, the overall armature resistance including brushes is 0.2 ohm. The armature current is 13.3 amps and the no load speed of 908 rpm. So what is given? You have to calculate what is the useful flux per pole. That is 5. So V is equal to 250 volt, 6 pole, that means P equal to 6. Shunt motor having wave connected armature. Wave connected means A is equal to 2 with 220 conductors, that is Z equal to 220 at normal working temperature. Overall armature resistance including brushes is 0.2 ohm. So RA is equal to 0.2 ohm. Armature current IA is equal to 13.3 amps. And the speed is 908 rpm. So this is a direct question. So what we have to do? You can see here, I have to find out flux. So how will I find out flux? So you have the expression EB is equal to 5ZNP by 60A. So that is how you are going to find out the speed, the flux. But now, if you have to find out this, if you can directly see EB is not given, but all other parameters are given. But without knowing EB, how are you going to find out flux? That means the first step will be to find out the back EMF. That's why we are going to do this as the first step. EB is equal to V minus IaRa. Once you find out the back EMF, then you can find out what is the flux. Fourth question. Determine the total torque developed in a 250 volt 4-pole DC shunt motor with a lap winding accommodated in 60 slots, each containing 20 conductors. The armature current is 50 amps and the flux per pole is 23 milliweber. So what details are given? So you have to find out the total torque. That means TA has to be found out. V is equal to 250 volt, P is equal to 4. DC shunt motor with lap winding, that means A is equal to P. Accommodated in 60 slots, so slots is equal to 60, each containing 20 conductors. That means one slot contains 20 conductors, so 60 slots will contain total 60 into 20. That means the total conductor Z will be equal to 60 into 20. Armature current is 50 amps, that is Ia equal to 50 amps. Flux per pole is 23 milliweber, 5. So what do you have to find out? Total torque. Now torque equation was already discussed before. So according to that, TA is equal to 0.159 phi ZIa into P by A is the equation. So you can see if you have got all the details. Phi is given, flux Ia is given, what is P? P equal to 4 is given, A, that is nothing but the number of parallel paths, A, that is also given, so you can directly substitute, get the torque. A 4-pole DC shunt motor takes 22.5 amps from a 250 volt supply. RSH is equal to 125 ohms and RA equal to 0.5 ohms. Armature is wave wound with 300 conductors. If the flux per pole is 0.02 Weber, calculate the speed, torque developed, power developed. So what details is given? Poles, number of poles is given, which is nothing but 4. DC shunt motor takes 22.5 amps. So I have already drawn a shunt motor circuit. So it is given shunt motor is taking 22.5 amps. So I is equal to 22.5 from a 250 volt supply. RSH is equal to 125 ohms. RA is given. Armature is wave wound, that means A is equal to 2. Z is given 300. Flux is given 0.02 Weber. You have to calculate speed, torque developed, power developed. First, how are you going to calculate speed? So speed you already know, you have to calculate using this equation, EB is equal to 5ZNP by 60. Now, let us see if all the details are present. You can see EB is not given, so that means EB you will have to calculate. Phi is given, Z is given, N is the one which you have to calculate. P, number of poles, is given. A is also given. So if you have to calculate what is the speed first you will have to calculate what is EB, otherwise you can't substitute and get the speed. So first I'll go to EB. So EB you already know, EB is equal to V minus IaRe. Now let us see whether you can calculate EB, whether all the details are present. If you have to calculate EB, you need to know what is V. Is V given? V is given, correct. V is equal to 250 volt. Whether Ia is given, Ia is not given, that means you have to calculate. Ra is given. Now, for a motor, how can you calculate Ia? Now, for a motor, you already know Ia is equal to I minus ISH. Now, let us see whether all the details are given. Now, I is given, but what about ISH? ISH is not given, that means if you have to calculate what is ISH, you will have to first calculate ISH. equal to V by RSH. So first you calculate ISH, then you can substitute in equation 3. Once you get IA, you can substitute in equation 2. Once you get EB, you can substitute in equation 1 and then you get speed. So your first question is solved. Next, let us go to TA, that is nothing but torque developed. Torque you already know, I have already told you in a previous question. TA is given by 1.159 ZIA into P by A. Now all the details are directly given. If you go to the problem, you can check all the details are already given. That means directly you can find out. Next is the power developed. Now in the motor, how can you find out what is power developed? Now in the motor, if you see, power developed can be given by, in the motor you can see EB is the back EMF and then IA is the current. That means P in the power in the motor is given by EB into IA. Both the quantities are already found out. That means directly substitute, get the power. Done. Thank you.